So you've picked your favorite book, and now you want to create an eye-catching poster. Here are some tips on where to begin. Think of your favorite book cover or movie poster. Why do they work, and how do you create one of your own? To understand the anatomy of a good poster, we must think about what or who is featured in your poster, how you'll draw or paint it, and where to place the title of your book. Now let's begin. What is my book poster about? Maybe you'd like your poster to include your book's characters, or the world of your book, or a certain scene. As an example, I'm going to make a poster based off of the book I picked, called Redwall. First, I'll doodle some quick ideas for my poster. I want to include the main character, a setting, and an important moment from the book. This is called brainstorming. I'll pick my favorite idea from these later. If you already know what you want your poster to look like, you can skip this step. I think I'll pick this one. In my book, a mouse saves the kingdom of Redwall against all odds. So I want to focus on that moment in the story, but also play with the difference of his small size compared to the big world around him. Which leads us to our next step in poster making. How should I go about illustrating my poster? Now before you add color to your poster, think about which ones make the most sense for your book. Is the mood of your book happy and whimsical, or is it dark and mysterious? You might want to use many bright colors, or maybe only two different colors that usually pop well together. Red and green, blue and orange, and yellow and purple. These are called complementary colors, because they're opposite from each other on the color wheel, and look the best when they're put together, like in these covers. But remember, your poster can be equally as strong only using black and white, and maybe only one other color to make certain elements pop out of the page. Markers, colored pencils, paint like watercolor and acrylic, and even just plain old graphite No. 2 pencils are all acceptable. So for my poster, I think I'm going to contrast my character by using bright, vibrant colors on him, while using darker gray and green tones for the background. I wanted to represent him entering a world that's not ready for him. The character is going to be colored in mainly with blue and orange colored pencils, but I'll use markers for the environment and add some of the character's colorful accents resonating onto it. You can use any size paper you like, but for our purposes, since you'll be taking a photo of the poster, try to keep it to at least 8.5 inches by 11 inches, or the same size as printer paper. Let's talk about lettering, and how you'll creatively include the title and author of your book. Now, you might not think this is important, but it is. Think about it. Remember Harry's scar? Have you ever noticed it was snuck into the lettering of the title? Wreck-It Ralph's title is pixelated like an arcade game. Diary of a Wimpy Kid has a title that's hand-drawn by the character. And Avatar: The Last Airbender has a hand brush look. These are design and story elements you want to think about when creating the title of your book. Because Redwall takes place in a fantasy medieval times, I'm going to design my book title in a way that's whimsical and medieval. This way I can show my audience what my story is about just by looking at the title alone. Now of course I need to remember to leave some room for the title when I'm drawing it. I'll put it right at the center of the top. Then I'll write the author's name on the bottom. You can always make it on a separate piece of paper and attach it to the poster afterwards, if you want the poster to be made on its own first. Now this next step isn't really necessary, but as a little bonus, I'll add a little tagline or catchphrase, so it'll draw the viewer's attention and give them a hint as to what the story's about. Now you're ready to submit your art to the Edmund's Best Book I Ever Read poster exhibit. You'll need to keep a steady hand and try to get the camera as parallel to the art as possible. Line up the corners of the art to the edges of the screen and snap. If you need to crop your image, you can do so in the Edit menu. And finally, to get to the entry form, click the link in the description of this video, or go to edmundsbestbookposter.wordpress.com. Complete the information required and upload a photo of your poster. The deadline is March 19th. All posters submitted will be presented in an online gallery. The announcement of the raffle winners will be held March 31st during an online Zoom event. Lastly, just remember to be creative and have fun. We hope this video helped and we wish you all luck on your posters. We can't wait to see your submissions.